Okay, well, hello again, friends. Hopefully the stream has started up. Hopefully. Welcome to another Prefect 99 live stream. I told you I'd try and squeeze another one in. This is a really short flight, which would probably be in a 172, or, as the namesake of our jet, a PA-28. Even in reality, you spend more time prepping than driving, so this trip, I suppose, would be about a 2.5 hour drive, depending on traffic, and it's a 37-minute flight, even though we're going all around the houses, and it would still only be a sort of 45-minute flight, something like that, in a light single, doing 100 knots. We'd take a bit more of a direct route going around the houses. Anyway, let's head on over to the desk. Taking one packs.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
Now, I had planned then, what I'm going to do is, just in case we are really early, I'm going to turn up early. 2 and 1. Imagine owning your own jet and just going, I don't fancy driving. Get some fuel. We might even tanker some fuel just to make the aeroplane a little bit, behave a bit better. Shouldn't need anything else.
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized for you right away.
Let's head out to the jet. Here she is. Wind's a bit strong. Frames. Still taking a camera. I've turned the shadows back on the ground shadows, and it doesn't appear to have made it any worse, which I find weird. So that's good. Right, let me get the Lanta running. Plan a flight import sim brief. Bingo bango. So that's our active flight. And it's a nice dusky sunset. So why is the airplane not chocked? I'm pretty sure it was last night. So I'm going to cheat and do that, because that's a worry. We definitely put the parking brake off. Pretty sure I did put them in. Anyway, airplane looks serviceable. No ice, as we can see. Should be. Been fish sunshine all day. It's a bit of a wing texture rather than any ice. So let's hop on board the initial. Circuit breakers, we would see, I mean they can be difficult to see, you have to move your head around a bit, but they do stand out. They can be collared as well, basically like a cable goes around to keep them out. Disable a system, been in light aircraft that have had autopilot disabled that way, for instance. Windows was thinking about there. But what I'll do is I'll put these out first. PFD, MFD, and that giant clock. Yes, I said clock. If you are watching, please say hi. Somebody is. One of those, I think, is me. That's the only way I can look at the chat now. The stream will start by itself and finish by itself, and it means I don't have to run Chrome. May well. Look at this. Somebody will tell me a better way of doing it. Way of doing it. So, circuit breakers, MDC, APU, main battery connections on. Overhead switches off and DC util in. It's pretty sensible as far as I can see. No smoking, which I like to leave on. So steering is off. Match my hardware. Landing gear lever down, as is my hardware. Flight spoiler lever retracted. Yes. Flaps, they appear to be 0 and match outside. Here, manual release down here is ADG in, and lamp test works. This is much easier in the daytime. Safety equipment, logbook and docs we don't have. Safety equipment check. External check, well, we'll do that once we've started, like power applied to the aeroplane. So, the battery master can come on. Indeed, DC is that one, 25 volts, we've got 1, 2. I'm not going to do the fire X's starting up just yet. I will do them. First, I'm going to pop the external power on. AC 115 volts, 400 hertz off the external, and buses on and green. Lights, cockpit lights, well, turn those up. We may need to turn them down. Tests. That is important in reality. Do here. Duct monitor. Why not?
Bleed air duct. 5
cautions, 1 info. Panel A and loop B OK. MS. Status. Data's correct. Light plan uplink. Let's try it this way, shall we? And I think we'll put 16. Oh no. That worked. So while it's doing that, anti-skid is armed. Test and nothing. Oh, it did work. There you go, anti-skidded test. It's taking a while. Nose door clear. Nobody outside. So, get pop. EA on. Inboard brake pressure comes up to 1000 psi, as does pressure. That in mind, we can set the parking brake. Brake set. Doesn't work. Get it right. Nose door closed. We'll go and check that in a moment. Electrical panel sensible. We can pop the DC, AC/DC utilities on. Start panel. Check the fuel this time. Both comes on. So that one goes off. Stay on. On. Off. Off. Guys. Packs we're not going to do, and then I'll come back and rest. Let's go. Do a walk around this time, shall we? Oh, the fueler is here. It's probably not a bad point to get to in the checklist, is it? Will work. We've got 1040 pop. 3.5 tons in. Away 40.
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
And I'll take 1960 to 4. Might not need to refuel at the other end. 2407. Is that right? 1960 divided by 0.407. 2440.
Alright, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
So we'll wait till that turn on, shut off test. Turn them on first. Go. Open. They will open automatic. Those need fuel pressure. There we go. Fuel is increasing. So, outside, lovely looking cabin. Shame about those. These are a lot better. Just shame about the distance, whatever. So, a bit noisy. Come down here and do this pin first. Come off, and they're all individually animated with the wind. Pop the nose door open. Take this pin out. Can you check? So there's the oxygen pressure. We've got a gauge in the cockpit. I don't think we can check the ADG. No, these aren't all. Covers off. Even with reflections on low, the reflections are still quite good. There is the fuel. Obviously the ground panel is there. Lights on, you can check all the flying controls, all the cowlings. Very shiny aeroplane. And clean. I don't think we can check. Oil from around there, otherwise we wouldn't have this panel, would we? So verify on is lit, yes. Push. Goes off. So that's just the test though, not full. I'm going to read the manual while I'm away. See what the expected oil quantity is. End up with some dead engine. So, external done. Nose door closed, so we can check the hydraulics. FMS setup. So be on. Pressure good quantity. Come on, and then it does. That one off. comes on as well. So, secondary, and there it is. Heathrow is our alternate. Could.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else?
960, like I said, about 3. No, be off. Odd. It's got my maths wrong there.
Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way.
Or 40 litres.
Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice day.
We'll be 500 kilos out, aren't we? Gauge. Well, 3 tons is more than enough. Oh God, I can't even see these. Daylight. Anyway, our minimum takeoff fuel is 135, so we've got. So, ground anti-ice all out. Owl anti-ice, so no caution in. Off. Not shown off. Shielding. I'm doing this the right way around. I could be wrong.
Wing overheat.
Okay, Mon, why don't I do the. Suppose I can. Squibs. You.
Jet pipe overheat.
Green. Red.
Jet pipe overheat.
5 caution. I fail cautions. Emergency lights. So currently, this did is off. On. Check them in reality. Can't in the morning. Arm. Cautions out. Imagine this time. Those on. ELT is armed. Air shield. That's. And I think our climb on departure will be initially 3 with a step. 2 steps. We're heading 250. This one will set the rest up later. Does terrain come? Strange. Room passenger oxygen of 1870,000. Site is max. I'm going to check DCU TVL audio panel. Are currently not on. London Centre is on. 7. So I was checking the route. Really interrupted. Compton 3212 EXARO November. ADKIK and then straight there. It's our route. The weather it. So our cruise, it says 230 and then step down to 22, so what I'm actually is 210. And the route back is 190. Our zero fuel weight 12645. Up. And sense fuel seems to have settled. So we will do 7.8. I suppose we could do leave it at 257.2 and then the same cruise at 7.8. No, it was 0. 6,000 feet transition for us. Set.
London Control, good afternoon. EC89 Kilo Romeo, flight level 380 inbound DNAT.
EC89 Kilo Romeo, London Control, hello, Bristol 1 Charlie arrival.
So Yeovilton,
Bristol 1 Charlie arrival, EC89 Kilo Romeo.
we're going to be on QFE actually. Primarily a QFE procedure. 1014, it's 3000, so it's going to be 72250, that sounds fine to me. Check it. Weather here. Look up.
Good afternoon, 9 Sierra Echo Sierra Hotel, level 4,000 feet on track, about
And Sierra Echo Sierra Hotel, London Control, hello to you, clear to enter controlled airspace, routing Botto, climbing flight level 110.
Enter control airspace on track, about climb flight level 110, 9 Sierra Hotel.
Nice to hear from you.
Please.
So we might as well get these set up and ready. Good afternoon, Prefect 99.
Prefect 99, hello, post message.
Prefect 99, a Challenger 650 Southern Apron at Ortho. Request departure clearance to Yeovilton, please.
Prefect 99, you're just literally south of the border for me, so you're not in my airspace, and I won't be if you come down to Yeovil. So continue on unit call 122, that's fine.
Roger, no problems. See ya. Now that's odd because I'm pretty sure it's we are within it. South never wants us. We'll keep 2000. Very well. So let's check out terminal weather. Nil ATC, so we'll do as we like. Heathrow's on the 25s. It is 1550 Zulu. 300 at 17. 10k scattered 4,000. 8 0. QH1013. And arrive minus 2 HPA. So whatever the QNH is, doesn't give us QFE. Yeovilton.
Easy 223, can someone say radio check if you can hear me 5x5?
Yes, 5x5.
H1015, so it'll be 101. Well, and you can see the wind 26, 40 degrees off, a little bit off. So it's 8 degrees, the cabin's at 11, a bit fresh. No anti-ice is required. Done. The VNAV setup. Now what we haven't done is not arrived, so too far. It's competent. No arrival to Yeovilton. The ILS-26. Maybe that's picking that up off the TACAN. We a little bit of a shortcut as well. So 307, 3 pressure out 131, downslope it is, dry. See there. Tempted to go from Bravo just to the paper chart, so why don't I actually measure it? Change. Done to scale.
Easy 233, we're pushing back.
Great. Nobody knows where from. Okay, so.
Well done, mate.
Oh, God. Joys of the VATSIM. 1,400. I'm going to call it 1,400 meters. And you can see 1,400 in here. See, we're still easily going to make headwind as well. So we can take the intersection, send the speeds through, which is done. Verify. Struggle to keep my sanity listening to VATSIM. We've done the arrival. We haven't done our arrival data. Reserves, we don't need 900. Final reserves and alternate are 800. That gets us back as well, so let's just keep it at that. And estimated time of departure, if we say...
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hot Start Flight Support. Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane? Understood. Just call me when you're ready to receive them. Anything else?
Thanks.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
So 16:30, let's forget. We'll end up with 2480 on arrival. So that's predicted including taxi. That's taking 40 kilos off now, so it does all do this. You put the taxi fuel in, it will plan it all out. So if I say 2.5 on the fuel. And it's better to get this done now rather than in the end. 12650. This is 05.5. So let's call that 2. We could call it what now? Now why has it done the takeoff V speeds? Let's get the weather. Okay. No, I had the weather, I just didn't write it down. Idiot. So 29020 10k few 5,500 scattered 1,500 there is 7 dew points 1 5 will set the pressurization up. It's fine. Send. Maybe nobody's done this before. It keeps doing that. Okay, that's odd. T. .2. They're all there and ready. I think it's 10, but I can't fill it in. If anyone knows what I'm doing wrong there, I'd love to know. Nothing's changed. Set those back. Days legs checked, it was 3, nobody's going to clear us. Going to Chilton. Tune up Compton, I can tune up the Yeovilton. So we're currently on, not going to use, so 1135 Compton. Hope. Embarrassing if I get that wrong. So let's run through all the checks and get the AV started.
Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics.
Checked.
Nav lights, logo light.
Logo's probably not required. Nav's on.
Cockpit lights. Lamp test. Duct monitor.
Checked.
FMS database status.
Done.
FMS flight plan uplink.
Done.
ATIS. Anti-skid.
Checked.
Nose door.
Up.
Hydraulic 3A pump. Brake pressure. Parking brake.
Set.
Nose door.
Closed. Clear.
Hydraulic panel and pumps.
On.
Electric panel.
All the gens are off.
AC DC utility switch.
On.
Start ignition panel.
Checked. Clear.
Fuel panel.
Checked.
APU LCV.
They're currently both closed.
10th stage isolation valve. Packs.
Closed. Off. Ramir's out. Temperatures. Good. Cabin back. Cabin.
Air conditioning panel. Pressurization panel.
So that's off. Option. Alt. Yeovilton is about 70 feet above sea level, I think 75 feet, so that's close enough. Sure. Is correct.
Bleed air panel.
Checked. Not.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel switch. Cal anti-ice switches.
We checked.
Anti-ice panel.
Did.
Emergency lights.
Checked.
Passenger signs.
On.
ELT. Glare shield panel.
Set.
Crew and passenger oxygen.
Isn't set because I'm to be Checked.
DCU warning panel. CVR. Audio panels.
Set.
SPS system.
I didn't do the SPS system, did I? So, flight controls, SPS test. Forward, push, then come back. I'll do the G switch.
Integrated standby instrument.
Let's have a look. On there.
Clock. EFIS, ICAS.
Checked.
Main landing gear bay overheat.
We haven't done that.
Gear bay overheat.
TOS warning switches.
All out. Testing.
Glide slope.
Pitch and roll disconnects.
Pull up.
Both in.
Ground spoilers.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind
Auto.
shear.
Thrust reversers.
Terrain.
Checked.
Terrain. Pull up.
Armed.
Thrust levers.
So left, full, free, off, right, off,
Engine speed switches.
both on,
Engine vibration check.
test. Vibration caution, stops at 3.5, checked.
Oral warning. Smoke detector.
Smoke.
Checked.
Trims. Mach trim.
So, left, in op, on in op, ab trim, mac trim, on, no cautions, pitch for takeoff, set it to 6.
Yacht ampers.
On.
Reversionary inhibit switches.
Tune, well they're all normal lights.
IRS.
Checked.
CPDLC.
Not required.
TCAS.
TCAS system test OK.
ATIS and clearance.
They want to give us clearance.
FMS flight plan. Wind update. Perf.
We didn't do the wind update, did we? So, index, plan, send,
Takeoff data.
checked.
Avionics and charts.
That's interesting, isn't it? Switching away from rows. So we got Compton, London, FMS1, other side is up.
Flight instruments.
Data link. So, TO. Flight directors come alive. Denunciated. We'll have armed. So let's pop flight director back on. Nav arm. Go. Logical check. So level, as we would expect. This is our initial nav. First waypoint 700 to turn, and it's effectively direct chill 3000. First one, V1, 1221. 50. And we'll take off, not safety. Target is 200. Side flight director, take off, on. Out select. 1000 initial climb. Is crew pressure 1013. Size 0. Its thrust rating N1 is 89.2 for takeoff.
Departure briefing.
I just mentioned it was straight ahead, right turn. Sid.
Emergency procedures. Pins, covers, chocks.
Out.
Cabin lights, water heaters, master seat.
As they like.
Flight compartment checklist complete. Engine start checklist next.
So,
Hot Start Flight Support, Jenny speaking. How can we help? Understood. They'll be there in a couple of minutes. Anything else?
get the APU started.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
So, power off. Start on. Gen off. Off, still waiting to be able to take air. Go ahead. Let's connect ground power. Chocks out as well, parking brake on. There's our car, almost ready. Cabin AC. Welcome the packs. May be able to make our time. Half past. Half past was the off blocks, we might actually make that as a takeoff time.
Hello, Captain. How are you today? That's great to hear. Well, we're all set back there, so we can get going anytime.
So there we go. Overhead's done. Set. So let's just go shut the door.
Engine start checklist. Doors.
Checked. Shut.
Closed. Parking brake and pressure.
Set.
Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance.
40 kilos.
Beacon. On. Fuel boost pumps. On. Ignition. Armed. Engine 2 start.
Okay, so what do we have to start? 2-0. Check clear to start. Number 2. That's a relief. So push and hold. To increasing, oil pressure increasing. Percent less than 20, N1's turning. Just unlock both the throttles too soon. Pull on. Flow increasing. ET's increasing. As is oil pressure.
Fuel system.
Maybe engine quite stable yet. 2, 6, 2. Both pumps off. right pump pressure. Checked both pumps back on.
Engine 1 start.
Start. 2, oil pressure is increasing. 20% N2, less than 120 ITT. 1 is increasing, ITT is increasing, as is oil pressure.
Engine start checklist complete. After start checklist, next. After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2. On, checked AC and DC. Ignition. Disarmed. Pass. On. 14th stage. Open. Cowl anti-ice. On, check 45 seconds. Flight controls.
So full forward, full aft, full left, full right rudder.
Ground spoilers.
So ground spoilers down here, they're in auto. We go to disarm. Nothing happen. To arm. Ground spoilers deploy. So go back.
Flight spoilers.
Flight spoilers, we go full. Deploy to half. Like by half, ground by full. Closed. Stowed.
Cowl anti-ice.
45-second caption on.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice.
Test.
Trims.
I managed to miss that. Balance. Checked. Trims 3 set for takeoff.
No steer. Armed. APR.
Test. Yeah, test OK. 2. Yeah, test 2 OK. That.
ADG unit.
The unit is down. Light out.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice.
Just wait. Bingo.
Cowl anti-ice. Off. Wing anti-ice. Norm. 14th stage isolation valve.
Checked.
Wing anti-ice.
On. Yellow N2.
Checked. Off. ATS. N1 TO. ATC TCAS. TARA. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next. Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Not required.
Brakes and steering.
Check those in a moment. So it is 16:27. We've got to go on board. Clear left, clear right. Ortho traffic prefect 99 taxiing line 4 Delta Bravo, hold Bravo traffic. So I suppose we could actually go. Does this about brakes work? It's because I got head shake on. Sorry, head shake. Bye bye. rates. Doing great, maybe that is the shadows. So, full steering available. Aggressive. Checked along brakes.
Reverse thrust.
Left green. Right. Green.
If taxiing the de-ice, pause checklist here until the paper de-ice checklist is complete. Flaps.
1022 on the
20.
Woodman
Altimeters.
Chevron Golf.
Saturn cross-check. Radar weather. On. Takeoff briefing.
Terrain. Maps. Ooh. Some taxiing. Shall we?
Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next.
So that was just me braking gently at 10 knots and then it just comes from stop. Very professional. Let's get the range up to 10.
Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advised on. Anti-collision light. On. Pros. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
So not required.
Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel. Checked. CAS. Takeoff config OK.
Checked.
Landing, pulse, recog lights. On. Before takeoff checklist complete. After takeoff checklist next.
Northwell traffic, prefect 99 lining up, taking off runway 25, Compton. Departure Northwell traffic. Now that is shared with Heathrow, so see how we get on. Nothing seen. $16.31. 290 fuel. Into the sunset, off we go. SI's reading. 80 knots. Run, rotate. It's just that ground effect. Oh, safe height. There's positive rate gear up. Safe height, safe speed. Maps up. Turning. We are going to maintain these speeds.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thrust reversers. Off. Ignition. Off. Pressurization. Checked. PAX transition.
So 3000 at Chiltern, or 3000 at DME from Bob.
Completed. N1. Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU. Shutdown. Passenger signs.
Go Ortho.
CAS.
Jack's clear.
After takeoff checklist complete.
It's AIRBORNE at 4, so there's no great rush to get there. Nice looking evening. Hinton is really where we're going for AIRBORNE, and you can see that we're making it nicely in at 5 at Hinton. That's 5 miles of this steep climb. VNAV is on, so I'm going to set 5. And then Halton is just out to the right of Hinton. Traffic coming round like this. Looks like we're going to be there. So we set, I set 2-0. Disarm VNAV, 3,000 feet a minute, stalking restrictions. Bit of a wind change. Don't forget we're very light, so light level change would be a bit abrupt. Park times. Flight level, it matters, we are standard. And I think frames. The CPU is being worked hard. So CPU's taking the punishment. Row 3, I don't think it much different. Down a little bit. And there's no one to talk to, which is a real shame. Fantastic machine. Now we've got excess thrust, so we should be able to accelerate to 300, or did I say we were going to try it to 300? Some progress. Lights can come off, goes off, belt signs are already off. Let's see, oodles of power left. We're quite light. So you can see we're tracking direct to Compton. Bit of wind. Yeovilton 263. If that TAC and DME is shared. Picking up. Airplane wallowing. Oh, it's just the wind. Setting our aeroplane. So once we get to Pepys, we'll their way and we go from odds to evens. Just look at the wind arrow. See, every time it moves, the aeroplane reacts. It's just interpolation. So that traffic was at 257. Oh yeah, they shouldn't be a factor. So I haven't figured out where we're going to park actually. Yeovilton. Museum taxiway, south dispersal. We are overhead Compton. So 1113. TACAN. Got the DME for the TACAN. The out alerter. There's the aeroplane levelling off relatively smoothly actually. Smoother than mine. Okay, 11.1. Zero. So set standard. Aircraft, no. Pick up there, they have odd names. South dispersal. Apron Yankee. No, Apron Yankee, a bit old as well. Apron Zulu and stand over there. Okay, might not be very well marked, so just figure it out. Get there. So you can see there's Pepys coming up. What drift we've got. A3193. No track required. 183. 10 degrees drift. Southampton ahead of us. That's it. Southampton's pretty short. I think we can get in there. Farnborough, Odeon, Amasha, Farnborough, Blackbush, lit up very, very nicely. Then I think before you know it, it will be time for us to descend. So ADKIK gets us off the airway, either right out to the left. We go from Osnug, but then maybe behind the curve. So if we take that, should have descended. So we do that. It's quite to use a level change of 300. I think it's down to 10. MSA is 2,600 to the south, 3,000 to the northwest approach. Is straight ahead to 3,000 QFE. Proper military airfield. Six, 4, QFE, 2,000. These will all be based off of 070. That's the QNH values. Set those to 3 and 2 respectively. I guess it's not going to make that much difference. Just say it was 016 as we go for Q&A. Pretty sure you've given it. Pretty sure you've been given it in QFE. Six. Invalid. Videos. Anyway, might as well stop bringing the speed back. No, let's vertical speed first. 1,000. That's got us back on profile actually, but it's higher. Charlie Foxtrot 26 is a bit of a long way out. little bit early there, so the reason I've left 10,000 set there is to make it slow down. Chat, is anybody there? That's a shame. It's our 10. See the aerodrome out there. Try vertical speed to smooth it out. And as you can see, I did think we were actually going to the final approach fix, which is over here somewhere. See, we're picking up it's wrong. So 1113. Is one of them 0. There we go, that's more like it. And I'm happy to just keep the aeroplane at vertical speed, just overtaking path and get back onto the path. At 3 degrees is more than comfortable.
Descent checklist. Shoulder harness.
Checked.
Passenger signs. Pressurization.
Checked.
Fuel quantity and balance.
60.
FMS, landing data, charts. Approach briefing. VNAV transition flight level. Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next. In range checklist. APU. Started. Altimeters.
Change them over just yet.
Avionics.
Checked. Set.
External lights. On. N1 target.
Let's see if I can set that. Do the refs first. The Barrow ref is 270. 200 QFE. QFE, so that's one thing to bear in mind.
Set.
In range.
APU PAX transition. Avail completed. APU generator. On. CAS.
Clear.
In range checklist complete. Before landing checklist next.
So that should be Henstridge, which I have flown into. It looks like it because we've got the Ortho on. I don't think it has any runway lighting. Yeovilton traffic, prefect 99, ILS 26, 12 DME. It's continuous descent all the way. That is Westlands over there. I don't think it should have that much lighting on it, it's only grass. They are looking to build a hard standing. I saw it in some journal recently. So 263, 111.3. Approach armed. Quite sure why we're off. Localizer, glide slope capture. Start bringing the speed back. It is straight ahead to 3 for the mist. One stage of flap. Just encourage that speed back. Miles. I guess if we go +8 speeds. 5 miles.
Before landing checklist. Landing gear lever. Down indicating. No steer. Arm centered clear. Anti-skid. Armed tested. Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice.
Required.
Continuous ignition. On. Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps. Set. CAS.
Checked.
Before landing checklist complete. After landing checklist next.
Yeovilton traffic, prefect 99, ILS 26, 3 miles. Park somewhere over here. Looks like the fires of hell are burning again. It's not that dark. Out the rear window, which is one thing X-Plane does get wrong. And we did configure pretty early, to be honest, so you should be getting off the tack end. That drift there coming from the balance, it will level them out a bit better in future then.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Okay, the Ortho's not looking too bad.
100.
High.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
It's at 196, it felt like a greaser. Thought I'd be vacating there. I'm really not braking very hard and we're coming to a stop quick. think we have to go to the end. Should be a taxiway on here somewhere. There's a taxiway on the chart. I thought it was an absolute greaser, and I'm gonna check that replay. 1,000 feet to go. This looks like it. Yeah, there it is. It's not. Even Volanta said 20. Right, this is a legit taxiway. That sign is in the wrong place. So the automatic ones have to be placed by hand sometimes. This is marked as closed. Legit. Yeovilton traffic, Prefect 99 runway.
After landing checklist. Landing, pulse, recog lights. Off. Anti-collision lights. Off. Continuous ignition. Off. Windshield heat. Off. Pros. Off. Wing anti-ice. Off. Cowl anti-ice.
Not required.
Spoilers. Stow. Flaps. 0. ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode. Standby. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next.
I don't even know what. So landing checks are complete, I guess. Well, welcome to Yeovilton. So we'll see if we can find somewhere down here. Going along the taxiway. Never flown in. So there is an apron here. Park up over. It's all helicopter-y. So actually, let's not. Can we go round to these? Should be a little fillet of taxiway. Take us there. Somebody's put a little bit of effort into this. Why the Navy can't just name them something mystic. Somebody's made these up, I don't know. It's called Charlie. Tap. I've got. With signs in the wrong place. Project, although there's many projects I haven't even finished.
Bristol traffic ET724 Lima is on a 1.5 mile final runway 27.
Hot start flight support. Jenny speaking. How can we help?
Well, let's have a car, shall we?
Understood. We'll have that ready for you. Anything else? Always a pleasure. Take care.
Up here in front of these hangars, it looks like there's a couple of spots. And I think we can assume we could get some hangarage marked up. These might be heli spots. Oh well, they'll have to do for us. Don't know how you mark a heli on a spot. Just go to the middle. Whatever you do. That.
Engine shutdown checklist. Taxi lights. Off. Parking brake. Set. Reverse thrust. Stowed. Generators 1 and 2. Off. Engine 2 shut down. Fuel boost pumps. Off. Fuel system.
Wait for that pressure. There it is.
Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius.
It is.
Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage. Off. Beacon. Off. No steer. Off. ATC TCAS.
I've done it. Waiting for. Now by oh, he wants the code 0.
Standby 0. Parking brake if chocked.
We'll pop that off, so let's get some chocks. Break off.
Passenger signs.
One.
Off. Cabin differential. 0 psi. Engine shutdown checklist complete. Securing checklist next.
Is that car?
The airport taxi's here. Thank you, Captain. Great flight as always. Well, I'll see you next time.
Thanks. See ya. Bye. So while they are deplaning, put out pins. Blowing in the wind. Bit noisy by the APU. It is a small jet engine after all. And as you can see, we have definitely got chocks in. Replay's going to be weird, isn't it?
Secure and checklist. Emergency lights.
Off.
AC/DC utility switch. Headsets. Thrust reversers. Chocks. Parking brake.
Off.
Hydraulic pumps. Nav lights, logo light.
Nav lights can stay on.
APU generator.
So, Gen.
APU start stop, packs. LCV, 10th stage isolation valve. APU power fuel. ICAS APU gauge. Battery master. Cockpit refuel panel. Service lights. Pins and covers. Secure and checklist complete.
Happy days. Welcome to Yeovilton. Jump into the FBO. Oh, actually, let's see if we. I've logged the flight, so that's done. It's connected. Oh look, we're outside. Different. Of course, there's no sounds, and I think it's just as dark now as it was earlier. It seems darker than when we landed. Guess I want to be about here. Oh, there's a little bit of terrain there. Slope. Actually quite difficult to see. Touchdown about there. I think that looks pretty smooth. I believe that 200 feet per minute. Anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. I think I can get in and open the door again, don't get into the FBO otherwise. as you can see, it is still chocked. So remember that. Over to one of these hangars. Here we are, back in the FBO. Sanjeev, hello. Quite a short flight. Yes, it was. Yes, I think it was an okay landing. Thanks for saying. Sorry, I didn't have chat. Yeah, short in distance. We did go around the houses that route, and we went up a little bit unnecessarily high. But hey, whatever. Good fun. So, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't got the challenge already, I encourage you to do so. Bear in mind hardware requirements. Although I could just have a bit of a badly install now. At some point, I may try reinstalling Windows and putting it back in on explain what I actually use. Maybe a reseat on the CPU to see if it's throttling. Anyway, hope you're all well, and I hope you stay well, and I'll see you sometime next week. So, until then, bye for now.